Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adria Spoon. I work at Bowling Green State University. I'm serving as today's moderator for St. Leo University session. I'm going to share my screen and be able to talk through some housekeeping items as we connect together this afternoon. And so again, welcome to this virtual college exploration session. This is St. Leo University, and you may have questions as Connor and Olivia are presenting this afternoon. So definitely click that Q&A button at the bottom of your page, and that will allow you to fill in those questions into the chat, and they can make sure that those questions get answered. Just so you know, there is no ability for you to hop on and then for our presenters to see you or for you to be able to speak physically with the presenters, just with the way this Zoom webinar is set up. So definitely use that chat to connect with them. And we have a lot of these sessions happening. So oacac.org is hosting all of these sessions, and you'll have the ability to register for any additional sessions if you're interested. And know that today is being recorded, so you can connect with us today, but also use it as a resource in the future if you want to remind yourself of the great information that has been shared. And again, that is at www.oacac.org. So I am going to stop sharing my screen now. I am really excited to introduce Connor. He is going to be your St. Leo staff member that will kick off your afternoon. So thanks for joining us today.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Connor Schaefer. I am actually going to start to share my screen with you right now. And we just have a little bit of an overview of St. Leo University. So just bear with me for one moment. And we are joined here today with my coworker, Olivia. So she will be behind the scenes helping answer any questions you might have. So feel free to definitely use that chat and question feature at the bottom of your screen to ask any questions, and we will try our best to get those to you. So thank you again for taking some time out of your day to learn a little bit about St. Leo University. We are located in Tampa Bay, Florida. So just to give you a little bit about information about myself, my name's Connor Schaefer. Like I said, I'm actually from New Jersey and did attend St. Leo's. So if you have any of those questions about being concerned with going to school out of state or 1,000 miles away, definitely that's something that I can relate to you about. So please definitely, if you ever have questions about that area, don't hesitate to ask. I also did study education as my undergraduate degree, and I did stay at St. Leo to actually get my master's as well. So feel free, I know a little bit about our College of Education, but also a little bit about our College of Business as well. At the bottom, you can see my email. So if you do ever have any questions, you can also feel free, if they come up at a later date or you're going through the process and you're like, I am just stuck and need some help. Definitely feel free to reach out to me by email or phone. My email is connor.schaefer02@stleo.edu, and my phone number is 352-588-8698. So here we just want you guys to have as much information as you can while you're going through this admissions process and looking for the college that fits you best. So the code to your right is actually going to be an opportunity for you to request more additional information. So if you do ever want to scan that code with your phone, I'll keep talking a few more moments, so you do have that opportunity if you do want to do so. Basically what that is, it is just going to be a code where you can fill in your basic information, and that way we would be able to send you more information down the line if you're looking for that. Now, I know with everything going on in the world right now, it can be a little complicated trying to get to a school, especially that's almost 1,000 miles away from home, to visit, because I know that's such a big part of the process is being able to visit a school. We do currently have tours available on our main campus. You can register for those on our website, but let's say it's a little bit harder to get down at the time. The code on the left is actually going to be a code to our virtual tour. So it gives you a pretty good idea of what our campus is like. I know for myself, I had no interest going so far away from home, and then next thing you know, I did visit the campus, and that changed my mind completely. I wish at first I could just bring it to the Northeast with me, but I took that step and leap of faith, and I'm still working here today at St. Leo. So it's definitely a campus that you learn to love and you fall in love with the second you get onto it. So I really hope if you do have that opportunity in the future to come visit to our campus. So just to give you a little bit of a background on St. Leo University, we actually were established in 1889, which makes us the oldest Catholic institution in the state of Florida. And we were founded on Benedictine traditions. So we have 6 core values that you will see everywhere on campus. And the cool thing about those are they're implemented into our daily curriculum, your daily activities. You'll see them everywhere on campus. I always say they're even on the napkins in our dining hall. So the only place I think I've never seen any of our core values might be in the restrooms. And honestly, if they're on our napkins in our dining hall, who knows? Maybe they'll be on our toilet paper next. So you never know where you're going to find some core values at St. Leo. We are actually ranked the second largest Catholic institution in the United States based off of our enrollment. So you're going to have a really strong university where no matter where you go in the country, there's going to be someone somehow connected to St. Leo. If it's not taking classes on our main campus, it might be taking them online or at another center location in the country. Because we do actually have, we currently enroll over 20,000 students. And like I just mentioned, that might be on our campus that's located in Tampa Bay. It could also be online. It could be at educational centers throughout the country as well. So here on main campus, we do have a smaller student population. We have about a little over 2,800 students. So you're really going to have a really great professor relationship, excuse me. So that's something you could really look forward to. Classroom size is about 14 to 1. Also, St. Leo was recently ranked as number 4 in the South for best top value. So we always do rank pretty high with our regional rankings, according to US News. So that's something always to look forward to. So you know you're going to get a really great education. We do represent over 100 countries and also 44 states. So you're going to also have a very high, very populated and diverse, I should say, excuse me, you're going to have a really diverse campus as well. So you could be sitting next to someone that's from England, Colombia, Brazil. You never know who you're going to be sitting next to in a classroom. So we are in the top 100 institution when it comes to diversity on campus. So campus life. So coming so far away from home, if you come from Ohio, you're going to want to make sure that there are things to do on campus. I think this was one of the things that excited me the most about St. Leo. So there are different things that you can take advantage of. We are Catholic, but that does not mean you have to attend daily mass, but it is available if you want to take advantage of that. If you are looking to be a student athlete in college, we are recognized by the NCAA Division II Athletics. So basically, what that means is we do compete with other Division II programs in our area, and we are a part of the Sunshine State Conference, which is a very competitive Division II conference if you are interested in that as well. If you do want to be a student athlete at St. Leo, I recommend you going onto our athletic website where you can fill out a recruiter form. We also do have things like Greek life on campus, where Greek life at St. Leo, I was actually a part of. And one reason I was always super, not exactly sure if I was interested in Greek life, but then at St. Leo, they're very focused on community. That is one of our core values here, and giving back to the community and community service, things like that, that really help shape you as a person and get you involved in the area. And not just on campus, but in the local area as well. There are also student organizations that you can become a part of. And I think one of the cool things with St. Leo is the fact that we are a smaller campus, which means it's easier to get more organizations on campus. So if you're interested in something we don't have, because we do have roughly about 70 plus organizations on campus and clubs. But if we don't have something, it's not something that we can't look into adding onto our events and organization page as well. We're all about making sure there are things on campus that you're interested in and that will make your college experience even better. Now, the one thing that really stuck out to me the most coming from out of state was the off-campus trips. So when I tell you that St. Leo has a lot of great off-campus trip opportunities, I am not even lying. So they have trips to places like Disney World, Universal, any theme park in the local area. They also go to a lot of the professional games and sports teams in the areas. If you're interested in music or theater, that was something I was really interested in coming into college. We have our Straw Center in downtown Tampa that they go to musicals and performances So they do a lot of different off-campus trips to make sure they're meeting the needs and interests of all students on campus. There's practically something every day of the week. And when I tell you, if you feel as if you're not doing or there's nothing to do on campus, it's truly just because you're not looking for it. So if you go out, there will be activities calendars in every building. I think students actually now get a daily email about what's going on campus. So they're really doing a great job making sure that students have those activities on campus and off campus. So you'll be walking around campus, the next thing you know, you're going to see this random thing in our bowl, we call it. It's just a greenery area. There might be a big blow up obstacle course or a rock wall. They really do a great job to make sure that you have a lot of different activities to keep you occupied on campus here at St. Leo. They also have concerts on campus, monthly bingo, something that I personally always said that I will wait until I am in a retirement home to take a part of. But at St. Leo, you're getting prizes that are hundreds of dollars, flight vouchers, PlayStation, Xboxes, Apple products. The list goes on, and it's just insane to know what kind of things they do. So and give away. So when you hear those types of prizes, it's what really excites you to participate in events like that. And also we have things like festivals and carnivals throughout the year. So they try to do things for families to come visit. And they also have something called Spring Fling that is held obviously in the spring. And it's just kind of like a carnival opportunity for students to go out, have some fun. To the right of your screen, you do see the state of Florida, and it's kind of to give you a good idea of where we are located in Florida. So we are in Tampa Bay, but we are about 30 minutes north from downtown Tampa, and we're about an hour west from Orlando. So depending on where you want to go, if it's the parks, I believe on one of our slides coming up, we'll actually have additional information about where we are in retrospect to some of these prime locations we all know about. So living at St. Leo, we are a residential campus, which basically means you do have the opportunity to live on campus all 4 years. Now, if you are looking to commute, there are certain recommendations and qualifications that you do have to follow through our residence life office. So that way, that's something you'll just want to communicate with them as you're looking at your living opportunities. Now, I personally lived on campus all 4 years, and I wanted to. I never wanted or considered living off campus just because I liked being on campus. But the cool thing is with our housing is there are so many different layouts and floor plans to kind of meet more of your needs and your interest in living spaces. So a lot of first year areas are going to be those traditional living community style sharing areas. Now there is actually this year something called Roderick Hall, which used to be an upperclassman area when I was a student here, but it is actually first years now. So you can potentially have your own room as a freshman. Now it's cool, and what I thought was cool about St. Leo is the fact that all upperclassmen housing is apartment style. I was able to have my own room. I was able to be in an apartment that has a full kitchen. So there's a lot of different styles. My mom always joked when she visited, I'm actually a twin, so if I refer to my twin, it's because he actually attended St. Leo as well. She always came down and visited us, and she said, I feel like I'm in a hotel, like just walking down the hall, I feel like it's a hotel. So it's kind of cool. You have a lot of different layouts. There are living learning communities, so if you have a certain interest, definitely look into those because that's something those students tend to be a little bit more involved. So for example, one might be an academic, honors, things like that. Also, if if your faith is close to you, that is something that there is actually a spiritual for as well. So those students tend to just practice those those specific areas a little bit more in their daily routine. Also, there are different meal plans, so all first year students living on campus are required to have an unlimited meal plan. But as you get older and through your 4 years, you definitely will have more opportunities to lower that meal plan if you don't want to take advantage of our dining hall as often. We are very excited. This year we did open our Benedict's Coffee House. You can see a photo to it on the right top side of your screen and actually on the left bottom side of your screen as well. So it is our coffee house on campus that serves Starbucks products. So it's a very cool place. I'm very envious of our current student population because I always said if it was here while I was here, I would have no more money. But it's a really cool opportunity. And it's a really cool place that you can go. And even if you just want to meet up with friends for coffee or work on some homework and things like that, it's a really cool setting. And last, we actually do have a building under construction right now, our wellness center, which is, you can see that on the bottom center photo. We're very excited for that. So that's supposed to open what would be, if we have any seniors watching, your freshman year fall semester. So that will be done by the time you start here at St. Leo. So just to give you a little bit more insight about our campus, the top left photo is actually our common area of apartment 5, which was listed in the top 10 dorms in the nation. So we're really excited about that. The fish tank that's actually in that photo was featured on the show on Animal Planet, Tanked, and they actually made the tank and everything. It's really cool to see how it basically progressed throughout the episode and how it was made. And then also in that same area at the bottom right corner of your screen is our sleeping pods. So not many universities have this. A lot of universities that do might only have it for places like athletics or just not available to the whole student population. Well, ours are available for anyone to use. So basically what they are, it's really cool. You're able to sit in it, and basically it's supposed to be equivalent to, you'll sit in it for, we'll say 20 minutes, and it's supposed to be equivalent to about a couple hours of sleep. I've tried it twice, and the one time my friend took a phone call while we were in there, so it didn't work exactly. But other times, the other time I did, it definitely was relaxing. It plays music, the chair vibrates, it has lights. It's a cool feature to have. And then last but not least, I know a big thing with my mother was sending her two and only children 1,000 miles away to a school in Florida for the first time away from home. I always told her I would be on the call at maybe midnight, and she'd be like, Connor, what are you doing? Why are you walking around campus? And I was like, Mom, please don't worry. It feels super safe. There are so much lights on around campus. There are people around. And that kind of goes hand in hand with the fact that we actually are the safest campus in the state of Florida, and we're ranked number 7 nationally. So you never have to worry about feeling unsafe on our campus. So here's the slide I kind of mentioned earlier, just to kind of give you an idea of living in the Sunshine State and where we are in retrospect to other popular locations in the state of Florida that you might hear about. So between 5 to 20 minutes away, we actually are located right on the lake. So a lot of our students will go out on the lake, either kayaking, fishing, not allowed to swim because we are in the state of Florida, just to be safe. But that's a cool feature, take beautiful photos. We also do have, if you are interested in golf, we do have our own golf course, and we have one right next to us at a club. So you are always able to take advantage of those as well. And then about 25 to 45 minutes, we have things like Tampa International Airport. That's definitely the airport that's closest to St. Leo if you are looking to fly to campus. Also, we have things like Busch Gardens, downtown Tampa is about 30 minutes away. And then also we do have, I know my weakness with our area that we're located is there's many, many, many shopping centers. So we have our Tampa Premium Outlets that are about 25 minutes away. We have an outdoor mall, Wiregrass Mall, is about 20 minutes. And then there's a few other shopping centers with a little bit closer radius. So there are definitely a lot of opportunities to just go out on an evening or after class and just kind of walk around the shopping center as well. And then the one thing that excites a lot of students is that fact that we are an hour away from the Orlando parks, so Disney, Universal. Like I mentioned earlier, we do trips to those parks as well. And the cool thing is those trips only cost usually about, at the most, $10. So that's your ticket for the transportation. Also for, well, I should say the ticket, the transportation, and even sometimes a meal voucher. So you never know. You could be going to Disney for $10, have a fun evening with your friends through school. Also, I was really into going to the beach. So the beach is about the nicest beach, in my opinion. We have Clearwater Beach, which is one of the highest ranked beaches in the country, if not number 1. I can't recall on the top of my head, but that is about an hour away as well. So to go more onto the academic side of the house, so St. Leo has a wide variety of majors that you can look into. I'm going to go over each college, but I'm just gonna stick with the ones that tend to be the more popular majors. Now, our office actually does have breakdowns for each major. So if you want to do a specific major, please never hesitate to reach out to myself or anyone in the admissions office, and we can provide you, basically, we call it a fast fact sheet, and it has all the information you possibly could need about it. It has the curriculum, so you'll see exactly what courses you'll take under that major. It has the actual faculty listed on the back that are the department heads. So one big thing, and even when I toured at St. Leo, and you'll see this if you visit St. Leo, is the faculty truly want to give you a good idea of the major and what kind of education you're going to receive at St. Leo. And I know for my tour, I was fortunate enough to have time to meet with the professor, and she really got me excited about the education program. And we'll talk about some of those reasons in the next couple slides. But if you ever do have the opportunity to tour campus, definitely request to meet with the professor, because they're going to really want to give you as much information as they can to make you very excited to be studying that area of study. And if you're not able to attend campus or a tour and you do request that information, faculty would be more than happy to either schedule a Zoom call with you or give you a phone call or even an email with just additional information. So never hesitate to do that, because they truly are here for us. So the first college is our College of Arts and Sciences. So this college has a lot of different majors and a wide variety of majors. So some of the popular majors that tend to fall within this college is going to be our biology program. So biology is really popular if you're looking to go to medical school after your undergrad. A lot of our students will participate in the bio pre-med program. There's also, if you're interested in marine biology, a lot of students will go towards the bioecology program as well. So I know a lot of students coming to Florida sometimes are interested in the marine biology. So we do have that program. It's just called it's called biology ecology. So that's something you definitely feel free to reach out for more details about. And in general, we do have a couple new health medical field majors as well. So for example, our health education and promotions is brand new this year. And then also brand new last year, which we're very excited about, is for medical humanities majors. So there's different pathways you can do within any of these majors. So if you want to be more behind the scenes of the medical field, or you might do something like the health humanities. But if you want to do pre-med and go to medical school after your undergrad, or you want to become a vet or hygienist or dentist, whatever it might be, there's definitely pathways for each of those areas that you'll want to take advantage of within any of these majors. A couple other popular majors in the College of Arts and Sciences is going to be one of the things is actually our psychology program is pretty cool. And across the board with any of these majors, a lot of them are so good and so successful with our students because of the hands-on experience you're going to get in the classroom. So you're going to have a lot of hands-on experience and one-on-one interactions with your professors or students that might be in their senior year of that major. You are really going to get a strong understanding of what's expected from your area of study. And I always say students are going to graduate. You're going to graduate being confident and comfortable in that area of study. I know for education, one reason I was so confident, obviously I'm not teaching right now, but definitely something that when I was looking to teach, I was very excited because I felt comfortable in the classroom, because by the time I graduated, I already had 4 internships under my belt. So a lot of areas try to make sure that you have all that hands-on experience as well throughout all your 4 years. Another new area of study we just like to mention in the College of Arts and Sciences is the theater program as well. So the theater program is not exactly if you want to be an actor. It's more a well-rounded understanding of theater and the production. So that's just something we always want students to make sure they realize is it's not just who wants to be an actor. It's the screenwriting, the technical side of the house. It's just a lot of cool background information that you might not expect at first. So next we do have our College of Education and Social Services. So this has basically every major in this college is popular, I'm not even gonna lie. So our criminal justice program is one of the most highlighted programs in this college, and just some of the reasons why we'll show you one of them in our next slide, I believe. But we have faculty that have been in the field, and this again is across the board for many majors. So when I was in my education courses, these were professors teaching me that they were teachers themselves. The same goes to a lot of other majors and specifically criminal justice. We have retired lawyers, or some might be practicing. So we actually do have a retired FBI agent in our faculty. We also have other levels of law enforcement that have been either active in law enforcement or were at one point in time. So they have a really strong background in understanding what they're teaching you. They've had to implement these things in their life too, in their career. So another thing with education, we'll show you one of the cool things about that. And like I said, it's really cool because they do have you out into the field at different schools throughout your 4 years. Usually you hit all your internships, all 4 of them, your junior and senior years. It's going to give you a really great hands-on comfort in front of that classroom. And then social work is another popular area. Those students also have a full-time internship, so you're going to get a lot of great experience. Last but not least, we do have our Tapia College of Business. So when it comes to the College of Business, a lot of these majors across the board are pretty equal. There are a few that tend to stick out, a few are new. So for example, international hospitality, you have the option to do hotel and resort management or event management. And being located in Tampa, Florida, there are so many opportunities just alone in the state of Florida for the hospitality industry. So some of our students might internship with Disney or local hotels or resorts in the area. So there are so many opportunities for that alone. So that's one reason why it tends to be a more popular area of study. Also, some other new ones that are, or I should say, they've revamped these programs within the last couple of years that are rising really quickly is computer information systems, computer science, cybersecurity, even our software engineering. All of those, we were able to see one of the tech labs that they do a lot of hacking courses in, and the technology in that classroom, honestly, I wouldn't be able to describe any of it to you. But it was just amazing to see the type of technology that they have in that classroom and in a lot of the rooms that you'll be able to utilize in the classroom. Also, another popular one that tends to stick out, it might be because my brother was his major, but it is sports business. So one of the really cool things, a lot of students that might want to do, I know this was my brother's case, he wanted to be a phys ed teacher or something in the sports industry. And he was very nervous to go and become a phys ed teacher. But one thing that really reassured him with our sports business major is he's still getting all the foundation courses that you would take as a business major. So you're going to not just have a degree focusing in sports, but it's also going to be a business degree. So you're going to have a lot of transferable skills that can go across any field of study or field of an occupation as well. So the cool thing with sports business majors are they also do have a lot of internship opportunities. And in this area, in the Tampa Bay area, there are a lot of professional teams that our students are fortunate enough to be able to internship with. So we're actually the exclusive education partner with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the NFL team in the local area. So that just kind of gives us a great opportunity and networking opportunity for all of those students to be able to kind of get their foot in the door and get some experience in that industry. So like I said in the beginning, if you do have any of the majors I might not have touched on, feel free definitely to reach out. Looking at the screen too, one cool thing that's very unique that I just do want to point out is our digital media influencer, which falls under communication as social media is rising in today's society. That's definitely a cool major that I really look forward to seeing what students do with it as well. But please definitely don't hesitate to reach out if you do want any more additional information about any of these majors. So to go off of, this is what I was discussing before about the hands-on learning experience. So these are some of the highlighted versions on what, and especially adds to why these are our popular majors on campus. So we do have a crime scene house on campus that students, faculty they do bring students into it, and they set up different layouts to crime scenes where you get to go in and investigate and basically oversee the crime scene. To really try to basically solve cases. And they do actually work with real cases. So that's something cool. You're working with real situations. You're not just role playing in a sense. So it's really cool to think that you have that tool to literally see what a crime scene will look like in real person and get to practice that. And also take note that some of these majors under the crime scene house and also the biology entomology table, those are just some of the areas that our students tend to go in, the fields. So that's something just to keep in mind while you're looking at both of those majors. So next we do have our education virtual classroom. I started using this tool my senior year, I believe. I was super nervous because it is a very interesting process. So basically what it is it is a virtual classroom. You stand in front of a screen and these students are interacting with you. If you have, we'll say, a Captain America shield on your shirt, they're going to be like, I love Captain America. He's my favorite superhero. And you're going to sit there and you're going to wonder, how the heck do they know that? But it's an actual other person on the other side of the technology, and they're basically there to help you through different scenarios in the classroom, and it's almost as if you're physically in the classroom. And what's nice about this feature that I like, because there were times I didn't know what to do. I needed to stop and look towards my faculty and my peers in the class to figure out what I needed to do next in this situation. So that's the nice thing. You can say stop classroom and it will pause, and you can get that help when you're in your internship. You can't do that, unfortunately. So this is a nice tool they bring into the classroom to add on to that as well. And last but not least, we do have our biology entomology table. So I like to describe this almost as a smartboard, but a table version. And what is really cool about this is just they actually scan different types of quartz and systems into this table, so you can perform different procedures or just get a more close-up understanding. Since you can't actually perform on real bodies in just your undergrad until you go to your residency and med school, it's something that it does allow you to get a very good idea of how the body works. So as you can see in the photo, it looks like they do have a scanned version of a skeleton that you can rotate because it is a 360 model. And they also have the same type of layouts when it comes to the nervous system. You can see organs. I've heard there's been corpse that might have had a hip replacement. So they have, you can see literally what surgeries they conducted. So that's kind of some cool features that they have that you're able to utilize in the biology areas. Or I'm sure that's something that they're also sending now to the other medical field majors as well. So if you want to accelerate your college experience, there are definitely options here at St. Leo to do that. So some of the accelerated degrees that we are more popular are listed on this page. So we do have a couple 3+1 programs where you can basically get your undergraduate degree in the 3 years, and then you could stay for an accelerated year for your master's as well. So that way you are going to be a rock star, because you're not just going to have an undergraduate bachelor's degree. When you graduate at 4 years, you're going to have your bachelor's and a master's degree. So you're going to have 2 degrees within 4 years, where you're also going to save a lot of money on tuition. So that's something exciting to think about as well. And then also, we do have our 3+3 accelerated program to law school. So a lot of students like this program because they will be helping you, the faculty be helping you throughout the whole process, making sure you're doing everything right to get accepted into these law programs. So basically how this program is designed is these are the majors listed are basically the majors that tend to be more popular that students pair up with, but you are required to have a legal studies minor within the 3+3 program. But basically you would get your undergrad in the 3 years, and then you would move on to law school, where unfortunately, you do still have to take the LSAT and do well on it, depending on what those scores are required for the individual school. But we do actually have a partnership with Barry University and also Florida State University. So our students tend to have an upper hand when it comes to their acceptance into those programs. But like I stated, unfortunately, you still do have to take the LSAT, but our faculty through that program are going to be there to help guide you through those steps. As you can see on the right side of your screen, you do have to have some qualifications in order to get into these programs, including the honors program, where you do need a 3.5 GPA, and then you either need a 1270 on your SAT or a 26 on your ACT. At the bottom, these are just some other areas that you can earn some college credits before coming to college. No matter what university you go, some of these should be accepted at those universities. So some popular ones will be if you do have any AP credits. Also, CLEP is a very popular one. So basically, you'll get a workbook in the mail or online, it might be now, and you're able to sit down for a test. And actually, depending on your score on that test, you can get college credit just from sitting on that one test. So we do accept all of these different credits. So definitely feel free to reach out if you specifically have college credit you want to make sure transfers, because we can make sure to approve that with you. So cost of attendance. One reason I attended St. Leo because it was so affordable, especially even coming from out of state, because tuition is the same for in-state or out of state. So based off of this, just to kind of give you an overview, our tuition is staying the same this year. So you can take 12 credits all the way up to 18 credits, and it'll be $23,990. Living on campus and the meal plan tends to add on an additional $11,600. This could change these numbers specifically. We just are aware that our tuition is on the freeze this year. So overall, to give you an idea of how much it costs to attend St. Leo without any scholarships, it tends to be around $36,550. Now, on the flip side, we do have a lot of great scholarship opportunities. I do want you to keep in mind that we did just find out that these scholarships are going to shift a little bit, but this is to give you a really strong idea of what type of scholarships can be available. So we do base our scholarships off of your unweighted GPA. Now, if you do have things like AP or other certain qualifications, we are able to increase scholarships. So we always recommend if you did well on any of those, even if you just want to submit it just to see if it's an option, it never will hurt you to submit your SAT or ACT scores, just even though we are test optional. So these, like I just said, are going to change a little bit. So we have increased scholarships this year, which we're very excited about. If you do graduate from a Catholic high school, there are additional scholarship opportunities as well that we would be more than happy to provide for you. And even transfer scholarships, there are a lot of opportunities as well. They are going to stay around the same range, but we will keep you updated as we get more information on those specific scales. Now, if you are a transfer student coming in with an associate degree, we do have a 50% off tuition scholarship. So that is something we do recommend students looking into. So financial aid. Financial aid at St. Leo is very helpful. You will have a financial aid advisor. I'm going to skip the first part just because these are specific to Florida for those students coming from in-state, but there are different grants you can get from filing your FAFSA. So October 1st, please make sure to start filing your FAFSA because St. Leo does have a lot of different opportunities, institutional aid that we can help provide you to make college more affordable. So you can get stuff like federal Pell Grant or federal supplemental education opportunity grant is also something that students that file FAFSA sooner tend to get a little bit more. Also, there are things like federal and private loans. St. Leo has a lot of private scholarships as well. If you are a military family, we do have a lot of great opportunities with that as well. So you're going to have a lot of different support at St. Leo. I'm not going to go over all of these, but just some of the main ones. You do have the student success coach your freshman year, which basically they're the one that's going to help you with your schedule, with if you do have any class issues. If you're not attending class, they are going to send a resident assistant to your door and find out where you are and what's going on. So they will be a great individual that your student success coach to lean on your first year. There are also other departments. We do have Arcade, which is basically an area with tutoring, so you can get tutoring done on campus if you need accessibility services. So if you do need any accommodations on campus or in your living area, that's something that they are very helpful with as well. Also, our career services actually has a lot of opportunities where they bring companies onto campus. So we do have over 500 partners with employers in the area. And then also 95% of students actually do recommend St. Leo. So that's a pretty awesome percentage if you are a current student. So we are getting to the end here, and this is our admissions process. So like I said, we are test optional. So if you are not happy with your test scores, don't worry, we do not require them. If you want to submit them, you're more than welcome to, but it is not a requirement. As you can see on the left side of your screen for first-year students coming out of high school, we just need you to complete a free application either on our website or on the Common application. And then we just need an official high school transcript. We don't need a letter of recommendation or those test scores like I mentioned. Now, if you are a transfer, the only difference besides the application and your transcript, we do recommend you have an official letter of recommendation, preferably from a dean of your current school. But that is really the only difference of the two. We like to keep it as easy as possible for sure, but our application is currently open and you can apply through our website today. These are just some virtual events we have every day of the week, so definitely feel free to look into that if you do have any questions. And we can provide you a better schedule later on at a different time as well if you reach out. We do actually have our virtual open house this weekend. So if you do have any questions or you want to learn a little bit more and be like, well, Connor gave me a good overview, but I want to hear specifically from leadership on campus or faculty for my major that I'm thinking about, please definitely go onto our website. You can register for this event. It's free and it's virtual. The code is in the top right corner if you do want to register. We also do have an incentive. We do have micro scholarships. So different things throughout the year, you'll find out that we have the opportunity to earn up to $1,000 in additional scholarships this year. So you will get an additional micro scholarship just by applying by midnight and attending that event. So just to kind of finish up and recap, again, I just wanted to provide you the codes for our virtual tour and to request information. So feel free to take a picture of either of those or the screen to look at a later time. These presentations actually will be available at a later date. And if you ever did want to gain these codes from our office, you're more than welcome to actually reach out to me. And I did include my contact information. So if you do want to take a picture of this to save for another date, you're more than welcome to do so as well. But please don't ever hesitate to reach out if there is anything you need. I try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. And my partner, Olivia, if I'm not available, she will be there to help you. There's always going to be one of us there. So please never worry. But if you need immediate action and you just want to, or ask a general question and you don't hear from us, please send a message to our admissions email because we can help you out as best as we can. And that is all we have on our end. I think we're about to wrap up. I don't know if there were any questions that maybe we should go over, or I don't know if my partner Olivia has any questions that she saw and wasn't able to answer.
I think that's a great idea, Connor. If participants today want to go ahead and pop any questions into that chat, that way Connor can answer those personal questions and make sure that you get the information that you're looking for. So we have just a couple minutes to be able to do that. So feel free to use that Q&A button at the bottom of the page and submit that question into your St. Leo friends.
And I'm sure more questions will come over time throughout the process. And if you don't think of something today, that is okay. We can definitely get answers to you tomorrow or even a year from now. So don't stress if you don't have any questions at the time.
Well, I am going to share my screen. If you don't mind, Connor, I'm gonna have you pop your screen down and then I'm gonna share the screen just for a closing. So we'll finish up right on time. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
All right. Well, just want to go ahead and say thank you for joining us this afternoon. Connor, you did a fantastic job. I want to come to Florida now.
Yes, come.
It sounds great. But again, our participants this afternoon, we want to make sure that we used your time wisely. And if you have any feedback, if you'll please complete that quick survey once you close out of today's session. Still lots more sessions. We have sessions that will finish up through parts of September and early October, and then more sessions later on this fall. So please visit the oacac.org website to sign up and register for those sessions. And then again, being able to pop back on if you want to see what Connor's contact information was and get any updates and reminders from his presentation today, you can view the recording on the oacac.org website. So Connor, fantastic job. Awesome to meet you this afternoon.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Yes, and participants, thank you for joining us this afternoon. You have a great day. Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.